What's up, family? Truexis here, bringing you the much anticipated review of the Tactical Edge RD-9. We're gonna look at the shootability of the gun today. We're looking at the reliability of the firearm, look at the price, talk about my experience with it, go over some of the features, because I know you're dying to learn a little bit more about this pistol. Now, if you notice, we're in a different venue today because the wind is really bad, so I have you on a different side of the property, and you're gonna get like traffic back here, so we're not at the range or anything like that, but you know, just so you don't freak out and wonder why cars are passing, that's why. All right, guys, so let's start at the front end and work our way all the way back. So the front end features just an A2 bird cage. For a 9mm, I don't think you're gonna need any more compensation than that. I think that's pretty good and well. You've got an 8.3 inch 4150 nitrite treated barrel here. I'm not sure of the twist, so you may wanna email Tactical Edge for that, because I don't know. I don't know much about guns, so you'll have to forgive me. Got the AAH hand stop right here, and that's Tactical Edge's own design that they came up with. You got a 7-inch key mod rail with a full length rail system, so you can put anything that you want to on there. I have a Surefire KE1F. It's like a 500 lumen kind of mini scout, and the Haley Strategic Thorntail on there, and that's just kind of my preference. That doesn't come with the firearm, but you know, it's always good to throw. Moving on to the actual upper and lower. These uppers and lowers, these are actually billeted, so they're made from one single block of aluminum. You've got the charging handle, which is on the side of the firearm, which makes it easier to get to, in my opinion, than taking my face off of the stock of the buffer assembly in order to rack the handle, but you get that racking motion. Now, this will actually not lock back after the last round, so it won't stay back in this position. It'll stay forward. You can pull it back in order to cycle the bolt forward, or you can just hit the ping pong paddle and that'll send the bolt home. You've got a flared mag well, which actually makes it extremely easy to get these Glock mags up in here. This pistol will come with one 33 round Glock magazine, although this is not it, and it's really easy to just jam it up in there and go. Moving on to the actual bolt carrier group. This bolt carrier group is, it's not rotating. It's a single piece, and it just comes back. So that is what it is. I'm gonna open this up here and show you a little bit. Open this up, you'll notice this little lip right here. This is where the original, I guess, charging handle would go, so they put this little thing there. I don't know, I don't get it. Look at this bolt carrier group. I wiped this down. It's had 2,000 rounds to this gun, 0 malfunction, so the reliability is there. But as you notice, if you look at it, well, I say I wiped it down, but it's not a rotating block. Getting this back in here, you always make sure you hold that down, a little nugget down. Locks right back in there, works just fine. You've got the ambidextrous safety here, which is the only thing that's ambidextrous on this gun, unfortunately. So any of you lefties, I'm really, really sorry. But yep, this can't be switched over left, and you don't have a left-handed release, and you don't have a left-handed battery assist device. So anything that could help you send that charging handle home with your left hand, it's not gonna work here. Okay, so you got the actual Tactical Edge single stage warfighter trigger, right? Tactical Edge has been known for their single piece drop-in triggers, and this trigger is fully adjustable. Stupid short reset. I'm gonna show you this reset. I mean, almost like it's forcing your finger forward, but averaging, it's about 4.5 pounds for me after 12 pulls with a little doodah device that tells me how much weight is there. So it's about 4.5 pounds of what I have it adjusted at. You can adjust it, I think, to whatever you want to. I've not tried to adjust it any further than that, but that's one of those added benefits for the gun. You've got the Magpul Plus grip, which is that kind of like that sticky, rubbery feel. Love it. It's one of my favorite grips from Magpul, but comes with that. And it actually comes with Magpul in-bus sights, but obviously I don't have them on there right there. So when you purchase that, you could actually have those on as well. Now moving on to the actual Maxim CQB brace, if you notice, it still has a buffer assembly, right? So it's not like, whoops. It's not like the Sig Rattler where the spring is in the actual upper receiver. It's all right here. And so to me this is a con, because my face does not like being on this for more than 300 rounds. After a while it'll start to hurt my cheek to where I kind of like cheek this. But the Maxim brace is one of the best pistol braces I have found. It just is really thick. You can put lots of meat behind it. It doesn't really flex. And so you get that stabilizing braceness to it. Just into one, I think 2, 3, and 4 positions. I'm sorry I don't know the weight of the gun, but length to length, it's 22 inches collapsed. You open this all the way up, it becomes 26 inches. So the pistol is small enough to put in like a bag, like a Vertex bag or a backpack, something along those lines, a larger backpack for, like, I don't know, like a truck gun, a car gun, a bedside gun. You know, it's a good, small little compact package. But it's not too small in that you can maintain full control over the firearm when you're shooting, especially for a smaller guy like myself. So guys, so far my experience with this particular pistol has been amazing. Not only is it incredibly reliable, it's fun to shoot. This is just one of those guns where you get the giggly factor, right? Where you just giggle when you shoot it. It's super fun and it's easy to fall in love with, whether you're a child, whether you have your wife shooting, your children shooting it, or your girlfriends or whoever you want shooting it. This is a really good package to shoot as a family, that a lot of people can shoot because it's so easy to shoot. So far I've had 2,000 rounds of the gun, no cleaning. I've kind of wiped down the bolt carrier group a little bit, like 200 or 300 rounds ago, because I thought I was going to do a review then, but I didn't. I just kept shooting it. And then the filming that I've done with it today, so I had a little bit of stuff on the bolt carrier group, but other than that, it's been extremely reliable. I do want to talk about something real fast about what kind of mags you get with it, because people have different experience when it comes to magazines. Glock magazines, the 33 round magazines, are what I'm going to recommend. The SGM Tactical, I've had more issues with this particular magazine, and it's not just this magazine with this gun, it's this magazine with any gun that I have. So those are a piece of crap. I want to thank Gun Mag Warehouse for sending me those. Well, they sent me these as well. The ETS I've not really had a problem with. I've heard a lot of people run their mouth and complain about those. I've not had a problem with those in any particular type of gun. And I don't know what this says. It just says made in Korea, so whatever that is. I'm just going to recommend the Glock 33 round magazines. Get some Terran Tactical extensions or whatever you want to increase the capacity, but that is what it is. So I know that at this point, someone's going to ask the question, is it legal to shoulder a pistol brace? And is in fact most certainly legal, but when you see me shoot, you'll notice that I'm not shouldering anything. When I shoot, and this is how I shoot, pop, 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 this brace is not going into my shoulder. My shoulder is right here, right? Anatomically, this is my pectoral muscle, right? This is my shoulder. This is my pectoral muscle, so it's different. So even if ATF wanted to decide that we're gonna go after Barrett and his shouldering techniques, unfortunately you'd have a problem with science and anatomy, because this is not my shoulder, right? This is just my chesticle getting behind the gun. Now the only thing I cannot say definitively without a fact is whether or not this is worth the price tag of $2,079. Woo! Quite the price tag. That's not including the Trijicon RMR mount I have or anything like that. But what you get for everything seems like it's reasonably justified. Knowing what I know about the pistol, I would have paid that. Again, I did not purchase this. Tactical Edge sent me this pistol. And so knowing what I know about this, I would spend $2,000 on this. It would take me a while to save up, but I would most certainly do that, knowing what I know, knowing the giggly factor that I get behind it, and how much fun my wife has out of it, and my friends when they come over and shoot it, all those different types of things. Knowing that it's extremely reliable, I would drop $2,000 on the gun. But there are other options out there. A lot of people have been asking me to compare this with a number of other different AR type of 9mm carbines, and I can't answer those questions for you primarily because I've not shot them. I've not put 1,000 to 2,000 rounds through stuff, so I can't tell you. I've not spent my own money, so I can't tell you whether or not I'd go with the $1,200 AR pistol from whomever. I know Freedom Ordnance makes one. I know a couple of other weird name companies make them. There's a number of people, and they make them for right around the $1,500 mark, and I know you can build them and put them together. So, at the end of the day, built or bought, built or bought. Really what it comes down for me is if I've not built something, I'm just gonna buy it because I want everything to fit together. And that's usually what companies tend to do really well. They match parts with parts to make the entire package fit well. But if you go out and you spend, $1,200 to piece something together, but it didn't work with the upper or the bolt carrier group or whatever it happened to be, and then you had to switch out a part to fine tune it to this or make it that, you'll probably end up spending way more than what you would if you just went ahead and bought something. Now let's go to the range. Let's put some bullets through it, and let me talk off the cuff about how it feels when I shoot it. So Barrett, what's the gun feel like when you shoot it? I don't know, let me see what's up. We're at 20 yards on an A zone. It's a thump. It's not a snap, it's just a thump. And the reticle, the dot, when I shoot it, it doesn't feel like it. If it goes anywhere, it just comes up slightly, but it doesn't like, Now, of course, obviously that's how I'm holding it, but I'm gonna hold it kind of lightly now, shoot it and see where it goes. Yeah, it just kind of comes straight up. I don't know if you can see that, but there's not a lot of snap to it. There's just a thump. But where I do feel it after about 200 rounds, I'll start to feel it in my jaw because I've got my jaw up against this buffer assembly, right? And I'm sitting here ripping off rounds. And all those were hits at 20 yards. It's just, it'll start to wear on you there a little bit, but it's still a blast to shoot as far as you just get over that really quickly. Not only that, you could just collapse the stock down one little level, and then you won't have that problem there as much. Well, I've got some Federal HST 124 grains. This is the defense ammo that I use for the gun. So we're gonna see how it cycles, how it does. And yeah, that's it. So no problems there. Muy bueno. Okay, so I wanted to answer the question of how accurate this gun is. And at 100 yards, there's a 3-shot group right there at 100 yards. Looks to be about a 3-inch group. That's that's not bench rest or prone. That's just freehand. And that's off of just this Trijicon RMR 3.25 MOA. All right, guys. So now I'm just gonna pull off a Hickok 45, shoot 33 rounds, and just let you watch me. My Surefire light came off. Back on now. Pretty dope. Well, and there you have it, guys. It's been a lot of fun, especially with this pistol. Guys, I want to thank Tactical Edge, Bobby, and all those guys for sending me and making me this pistol. It was pretty fun. It's definitely one of those pistols that, my wife loves to shoot. And when she's happy, I'm happy, right? Really soft shooting, cheap shooting, 9mm, easy and cheap to shoot, and good gun. I'm really impressed with it. It's definitely as used and set up as a home defense gun in our home, and also just a travel gun. Because it's a pistol, travel across state lines with it, and not have to worry about it because it's a pistol. It's not an SBR where I have to send off a particular letter or anything that in order to travel through states with that. It's a pistol, so it makes it easy to travel with. So all in all, guys, I'm really impressed with it. If you want one, you should go out and buy one because they're really becoming the gun of 2018. I really think that this is where the market's going as far as 2018 is concerned. And yeah, hold fast, stay the course, true Exodus, out.